So upset with this real estate industry of ours. So upset. Only a small group make it bad for the wider group. There's a small group of real estate agents out there that are very immoral. They're like arsonists. They have nothing to win, but they're happy to see the misery on other people. And I was doing an auction today, and what had actually happened is a real estate agent that had pitched for the business, that had missed out on the business, stayed in close relationship with a vendor. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Because you don't know what's going to happen, and it's the right thing to do. You've missed a listing, lose it with class. But not this guy. No class at all. What he decided to do is to stay in contact with the owner and to be wishing them all the best. And to ring them up yesterday and to tell them that he's been talking to buyers on other properties and that they indicated to him that they didn't want to buy his properties. Hi, Aaron, because they were going to go and bid on another property on Saturday. And he told the vendors, he rang them up last night and he told the vendors, you're going to get an incredible figure. There are two people that love your property. That distorts the vendor's mind. They didn't exist. To top it all off, guess what? During the auction, one of the vendors was getting advice off this person, telling him. And then the vendor turned around and said, is the Chinese bidder going to bid? Which Chinese bidder? I said to her. She goes, apparently there's someone here that's going to pay like 2.5 million. This is on a property that's worth around 1.7, 1.8. Like, do you understand the Grubby Act? Listen, I don't know who's watching this video right now. Most are agents, some are mortgage brokers. A lot of, buyers and sellers look at it, and sometimes they've got nothing to do with real estate. They're just keeping their eye on the market. But those of you that are real estate agents, please, you miss out on a listing. Don't become an arsonist. Don't go light fires because you're going to get joy out of seeing the other agent not sell it, right? You might hate the other agent, but I got to tell you, show some damn respect. People make decisions for their families, right? And show some damn respect. Anyway, thankfully, this property sold and it got good money. But I say this because I think it happens in the industry a lot. I think when a real estate agent loses it, what they want to do is sabotage the next agent. And the way that they'll do it is to actually try and distort. Yes, I agree, Deborah. It's verging on unconscionable conduct, 100%. Anyway, what a patchy market. Man, this is the patchiest market. It's been like that for a while. Like, normally when the market was good, it was good. Normally when the market was bad, it was bad. It was more broad. But all of a sudden, in recent times, it's patchy. You go to one property and there are 8 people. They've got fear of missing out. They want to pay top dollar. They go crazy and it sells for $500,000 and the owner wants. And then you go to the next property, often 2 minutes away, like today. And there's no one. And even sometimes the second property is nicer than the first property. That's what I mean by it's just a patchy market. One goes off, one doesn't. And I have to tell you, it makes it extremely challenging to get a clear pattern on values. It makes it very difficult when you go in and appraise a property because even right till the last hour of an auction, you don't know whether there's going to be people there. I'm also going to tell you, whilst you had the impression that rate rises have come to an end and the next move might be rate rises coming down, you would have thought that that is the perfect environment for a market to flourish, because there's always the first move advantage buyers, the ones that realize, hey, let's buy now, because when rates go down, we're going to be fighting against all these other people at auctions. So what they do is they jump in before. But that's actually not happening. What's happening is there is a lot of people circulating, a lot of people looking, they're collecting information, they're jumping on the buyer journey a lot earlier than previous, right? So they could take many months, even a year to make up their mind. But I think what's happening right now is the 13 rate rises that we've had are beginning to create pain. The economists always say there's a lag of about a year between rates going up and people feeling it. And that's why, team, the numbers of inflation have been coming up really good. In fact, inflation's been totally smashed down. The only thing that's distorting inflation figures, making them even bigger than what they are at the moment, I'll tell you what it is. It's rents, because they use rents as part of the inflation calculation. You take that away, and what you'll find is inflation has been impacted by a very strong component due to the rate rises. But now what we're doing is we're feeling the pain. And that concerns me as well, because it happened last week and it's happened this week. I've got vendors who decide at the last moment to increase reserves because they think to themselves, the market is going to go up. Let's push our price up. Anyway, team, that is the state of affairs. I'm actually doing auctions tomorrow as well, just to fit them all in. I'm going to start working on Sundays. There's a fair bit of stock. That's probably why the buyer depth is sort of getting a little bit lower. And yes, the pain of cost of living. Congratulations, Reserve Bank. You achieved it. You wanted to create pain for the most vulnerable cohort of people. You've been able to achieve it. The wealthiest group of people, they're still on cloud nine, because if they've got money in the bank, they're getting 5-6%, and they're flying business class. And travel, of course, is another component that drives inflation. But the travel that's happening is happening from the rich people, because overall travel, my friend, has come down. Hey, Mark Simboli, it was great catching up with you and seeing your team at training this week. So cash stuff buyers are around. As you said, Artie, there's two markets, team. There's the mortgage market, people that got mortgages, they're impacted. And there's the non-mortgage market, no mortgages. They've got equity. They sell a home for 10 million, they buy another one for 12 million. Probably the other 2 million they're short, they just pull it out of their term deposits. So we got two groups of people, the rich with very little debt, cash buyers, and those that are paying 3 times the interest rate they were paying 2 years ago. Anyway, team, signing off. Keep watching this space. 3 weeks to Easter, I think.